Good morning, Service Alliance community. How y'all doing today? What's up, brother Doug?
Not too bad, man. Just checking my phone as people keep calling out sick this morning. Yay!
Stupid time change, just
Is
like
it
Jeremy
the time
said.
change? You think so? All right, it's possible.
I don't know. That's what got me this morning.
Oh, hold on. Let me put the axe away. Then I was about to just start swinging, but
Yeah, like,
got to be filled with grace, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's your weekend?
It was good, man. The dining room's pink now.
I saw that.
No, I love it.
It looks nice. You were worried about pink, and it turned out really nice.
It doesn't matter how it turned out. I just didn't really want to paint. But at some point I felt bad and grabbed the roller. I don't like the edging part, that's just like the worst ever. So anyway, I think I scored points for helping, and I can live with the pink. Do you concede on these things in your household, Zach? Is this a 50-50 thing? Is there a primary decision maker on things that aren't necessarily important, but they could be if you wanted to?
If she wants it done, her and her dad do it, and I don't touch it. Like, that's it. Now, the other side of that is if she wants it done and we can afford to pay someone to do it, I will pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
You mean like Saul money? If we had Saul's money, we would pay people to do it.
Yeah. So usually it ends up being her and her dad. So
yeah. So what if you really want it done as well? Then do you help, or do you just leave all house projects to your wife?
Well, like my office, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
When we finally have the money to do our kitchen, I mean, I'm going to arrange the team that's going to do it. I'm still not going to be fully hands-on, but I have a guy to install the cabinets, and obviously I can order the cabinets myself and design them myself, stuff like that, right? So like I'll help with that, but like nobody wants me to have paintbrush in my hand, especially my wife, who's like very particular about paint and color and stuff like that.
Got it.
So we have a good working relationship when it comes to that. Her and her dad take care of the lawn, because I grew up on 1.5 acres, and prior to that we had more acreage, and so like mowing was a chore, and so I don't like yard work. I just don't do it.
I got it. Hold on. I want to screenshot that and post it on Saul's Facebook page to see if his wife agrees. All right, because he might just sound like a tough guy here on the morning grind, but
Yep, 100%. I don't even get involved in
Come on, Jeremy from Texas, my friend. You don't have like this dream of what your den should look like with some, worn out leather couches and a dark color wall. Come on, people.
Saul, I live in the suburbs. And so my current town, we have about 1/4 acre. So it's not huge. It's not small. It's enough that push mowing takes a good hour. But I grew up in a farm town in the south suburbs, and so we had a lot of land. Anyway, you want to pray us in? We're going to be talking social presence, being where you are and what that looks like, and how to go against the gurus this morning.
Good morning, Lord. We thank you for this Monday. We thank you for our families and our loved ones. And as we joke around, Lord, it's about coming alongside one another and supporting one another. Lord, we lift up the appliance industry to you today. We think about the season that's coming. Maybe March and April might be slow. We just lift up those businesses that are just making ends meet right now, just getting enough calls to keep their technicians satisfied. Lord, we just pray that we seek you and have rest in you through this time, Lord, and remember that you are good and that you will provide for us. Lord, we lift all this in your name. Amen. Oh,
I
what she's not around.
I promise it is real grass. Planted from grass seed, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the only time you call a shut up.
That's the quickest concession I've ever seen. Like running for president. No, I changed my mind. All right. I hear you, buddy.
So we're talking social presence. We're talking being where you are now. Doug, as you've tried to ramp up your marketing and keep 16 people busy, have you had people tell you, oh, you got to be on every social platform? Or is that not a thing anymore?
No, we're probably not, but I hear it's still a thing, and there's people that I know that don't spend a lot of money advertising to Google, Zach. So to me, it's an area to explore. I don't know. I think if I was a 2-man show or a 16-man show, we can almost always use an extra 3 to 5 calls to fill in the gap, right? So the question is how much time does it take to be in all those platforms, which I see you in quite a bit, because I think that's part of your role. And so why don't you share us from your perspective the effectiveness of social media?
So, I mean, as far as being in every platform, I disagree with most of the gurus. I actually have been through a couple social media classes, and they say to be where you are most active. Now, you can eventually scale into the other ones, but if you're trying to build a base, if you're trying to build a platform that's consistent, you need to be where you are. So I'm in Facebook. I've been in Facebook since I was roughly in college, right? When Facebook was first coming out. And that's where I'm at, right? Like that is the platform that I am most comfortable being on. Now, it doesn't mean, I I do some reels, but like that's not my main thing. I do different types of interactive posting. Now if I was to try and go to TikTok, nope. It's just not it's not where I'm at. There's a lot of people on Instagram that works really well for them. I can send content to Instagram, but I don't interact on that level. And so that's kind of be where you are. I'm on Facebook. I'm in the groups on Facebook. I've tried to use Nextdoor in the same way, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Nextdoor can really get into the weeds of, the crabby guy yelling at kids to get off his lawn, like just whining on a social platform now.
Classic Nextdoor, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's safe to say that Facebook is still a safe platform in the sense that our target audience are people who own homes, and right now that's mid 30s to 60s, 70s, and that crowd is on still Facebook. But there will be a time when I think
it's coming quicker than you think. It's coming quicker than you think, because you have Gen Zers that are in the 26, 27, 28, and I don't know how the hell they're doing it. But they are starting to be able to afford homes. And so a lot of them are interacting on Instagram. So if Instagram is somewhere where you like to be, you have potential to catch your avatar, your ideal customer on Instagram. And some of them are on TikTok too. So if you like whatever you're good at doing, whatever your wheelhouse is, that's where you should be. If you have a team member that's good at something else, let them run with it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, checks and balances, monitor them. But if they're better at interacting on Instagram than you are, you got one of them young technicians out there that's better at that, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, because that's who they speak to. They're going to be able to catch that avatar there. So,
yeah. I know if I just look at Facebook, because I don't know exactly how Instagram works, but you have these community groups with a few thousand people in it. Who is it? Ginny Seeley, I believe, has friends in these different groups. And whenever someone says, hey, I need my refrigerator looked at, that friend will go and put in an endorsement for their company. And she pays them. I think it's something like they take a screenshot of the post and send it to her. And it's just like any other referral. Action Appliance is almost always paid for referrals whenever possible. Even if someone turns it down, we like, there's a couple people in our BNI group. They said they don't want it, so it goes right to the charity of our choice for the year. So because it costs money, to make that phone ring, and a new referral. So why not pay for it anyway? So that's where I'm exploring, is finding some people I know that maybe are stay-at-home moms or people that could like a little side income. Why not have them advertise for us in those groups?
Yeah, you got to make sure they have a good presence within that. I utilize my BNI community in that way. We have a very strong group of BNI people, and most of us are in many of the groups in the area. And whenever someone's looking for a roofer, right, bam, I'm getting tagged. Whenever someone's looking for a tree cutting service, our tree cutter Blake is getting tagged. When someone's looking for a dance studio, Lauren is getting tagged for the dance studio. And we go in space.
That's what you're good at. I mean, I know in my BNI group, maybe a third of those people are active like that, always referring. I mean, it's not a lead. It's passing.
Referral. Yeah.
It's a lead, not a referral. Right?
Yeah. It's more of a lead.
But still, it's advertising. So right. Zach, whatever BNI group you're in, the fact that you're always watching and you've got those contacts on hand, you've got that good habit down. So they should pay you to be in the BNI group.
Well, and it's not just me. It's our entire group. We've built that culture within our group of tagging each other. And we have another monster group in the area. There's 65 people. And they do the same thing. And so I'll get tagged from them because I know people in that group, right? And vice versa. So, and then I have coworkers that'll actually tag me. My coworker Mikey, my coworker Zach is in that area, and then I do the same thing if it's something in his area. Hey, my coworker Mikey's in the area. We work for 3J. I'm more than happy to come out and give an estimate, blah, blah, blah. And so it's that kind of back and forth. Whatever you're doing, do it consistently. When you're talking about posting for a business or posting for personal, there's people, you got to post every day, and you got to post 3 times a day, and you got to, I don't think so. What can you handle? What can Doug handle posting on Facebook? That's what you should do, right?
Yeah.
You can manage once a week to post, rock out with your bad self, but always post once a week at that same consistent time so people know what to expect from you.
What's coming. Yeah, I can afford, what I can do is I can pay someone every month to do it. And that's what we do. But you're right. Absolutely. What I realized from our marketing team is that they do consistently post the same time every month, and they're always looking for personal content, which is amazing. I'm telling you something, a picture of us or our team, something very personal. It's pretty crazy how I see the traffic spike upwards, when it's a personal picture. So,
and it's social media. Are they actually interacting back with the customers when they interact?
Yeah.
That's important, because that is what Facebook or YouTube or whoever sees, is that back and forth interaction. When they see you commenting and having a conversation, it's social media. So social media, the algorithm is driven on that social aspect of it. So if you're just posting content on your company page and you're not interacting when people are interacting, you might as well just not post.
Right.
That's how Facebook looks at it, because you're not engaging, you're not being social with your audience.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think about it like that. Yeah, you can see something, you're thinking, is this some corporate national posting that's going to send a referral off to some local subcontractor? But if you get that response back, there is an interesting little feeling that comes in there, like, hey, I'm talking to a real person here. So
well, when you move beyond the algorithm side of it, and you realize like people are wanting to do business with people that they know, like, and trust, then suddenly getting a real response from a person is just that much more valuable, right? So he doesn't Paul says, I don't post nearly often. Pre-scheduling posts in advance is a great tool when you can plan weeks or months of posts in a day. Yes and no. Okay. So yes, it's great to supplement what you're doing, but make sure you still have some natural and organic posts that you're doing. One of the things that has been researched on it is that while scheduling out is great, it carries a lower weight within the algorithm. So if you're trying to get it to as many people as possible, you have to make sure that there's still some natural, some organic. You are actually posting it within those. So if you want to stay consistent and you want to do 2 days a week with scheduling posts or 3 days a week with scheduling posts, and then the other days you might mix in some content yourself, that will actually, the combination will help drive traffic to your business page. But it is a good tool. It is there. It weighs lower within the algorithm for whatever reason.
Seems by viewership and insight on these posts, the one that does it almost every time it spikes is a kitty cat. You put a cat in a post, it's all over. I'm telling you. I was watching all the spikes and the views and responses. It was like out of control. So we got to trigger their emotional side, right?
I think that I have a theory. I have a theory that built somewhere within the backbone of the internet is cat videos. And so if you post a cat video or a cat picture, that somehow, some way, it's going to just, boost whatever algorithm, even though we're 40 years removed from the original invention of the internet. But I am convinced that,
the original DNA still has cat videos that's driving it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Every time we put something up with a cat on it, it gets a whole bunch of likes and even some responses to it. So
that's my working theory, is that's still buried in the DNA, the backbone of the internet. So one of the other things is that engaging content. Post stuff that's interesting. People do not care about the same stupid appliance, right? That your technician is. If that's all you're posting is, we're taking apart a washer, they don't care. They want some personality behind what's going on. So that's why those cat videos and cat posts actually get more attention. There's a human connection there. There's something that gets at the heart of the matter, right?
I mean, I think if you've got a few guys working for you, to ask them, hey, obviously get permission and do this properly. But I think a lot of customers would give permission to take a pic next to their dog or their cat. Or
we did that. We actually did that at Gordon's.
They did? Okay, so there you go. A nice car in the garage, and they want to show it to you, and you're like, do you mind if I take a pic and put it on social media? There's some pride to it, and so we've got a little link in our Teams chat where you can just submit pictures up, and of course the 2 cat ones killed it so far. So
it's a great way to do it.
In a dark, dingy basement, just a cat in a Maytag dryer taking it apart.
Works.
It works. Yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
The other thing is your personal brand. So if you're the business owner, if you're the face of the company, you need to have a strong personal brand. And so while I'm not running business pages at the moment, I have a strong personal brand built up. My personal Facebook page is built up. It could be stronger, but I do have a solid foundation that I built. And so I maintain my personal brand the same way that I would maintain a business page. And the guy at True Roof who just sold True Roof to 3JM, that's how he built that business in such a short span of time. Is he built a very strong personal brand. He built a very strong company brand, and they did it quickly. And so those two things combined really strengthen it. So if you're not showing yourself on your page and you're interacting in that manner, does your neighbor know that you do appliance repair.
Mm.
You know, we hear all the time, oh, you know, my neighbor, they called Sears or they called, you know, whoever, right? Do they know that you do appliances?
Mm.
If they don't know, that's your fault, right? Like that is on you. It's not on
Sure.
them to know. Are
Yeah.
you sharing that through your personal page, through your personal
Sure.
brand?
I mean, a friend of yours referring a friend of theirs, that's one person removed from a, you know, the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? That's what you want.
Right.
Opposed to spamming Facebook world and getting who knows who, you know. So
Right.
I like that personal referral.
Right. And you do that through your personal brand, whatever it is. If you're on Instagram, rock out Instagram. If you're on Facebook, rock out on Facebook, YouTube,
Sure.
wherever you are, build that strong personal brand. Show a little bit of your character. You know, I don't always show my daughter's face, but on occasion I do. On occasion I show that those moments where we're together as a family. People want to know that they're doing business with people, not machines, right?
Yeah.
And so it does go a very long way.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine that another couple of years, Zach? It'll be like an AI avatar of your daughter, and you've just got the whole Zach and, you know, your daughter relationship done through chat. It's coming, man. We might as well enjoy the real life, authentic relationships while we still have them, right?
Well, and I think people, the more that comes, the more they're going to be striving for that. Who am I doing business with? So building that strong brand now would work.
Saul, dude, and this guy, do you wake up in the morning with this motivation, Saul? It's unbelievable. Yes, I'm a little heavy right now, okay, Saul, but kicking me down with the donut comment, that's kind of rough. So
EJ bought donuts for the cops the other day at the protest that we were nearby.
Yeah, did he? That seemed like it could go really well or really bad, you know, with the story.
It was so weird. It was just like, apparently they've been doing it every week. So
what, the protest?
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, EJ in public at restaurants and in public, it can get a little awkward. At Asti, it was very strange, but so he didn't end up getting cuffed because TK, what was that? What the heck was he playing for a song in the background of his post on Facebook? It was,
I have no idea. I missed it.
Gosh, it's like a mafia something, man. Wow, that's good stuff.
And just kind of hanging out there, and
we
went back to the hotel room. But anyway.
That's great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna run today. Doug's got to get out the door early, and I also have to get out the door early. Being gone for 5 days will do that to you. But it's good to chat, and we'll chat more next week. I gotta figure out the next month worth of topics.
Exactly. Well, no, it's a 2-for-1 at the Dunkin' Donuts. I gotta get over there before they run out of donuts. Saul, thanks. Have a good day, guys.
See you guys. We'll see you next time on the grind.